everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Nice and slow, probably too slow to be honest. Head shave and face shave today. Now I did use this brush and razor combo yesterday, I really enjoyed it, I didn't record it and let's just see how it goes. Head shave time, I keep picking this soap out, I'm going to use it, I keep sniffing it, I love it. Zingari Man, Sago Shaving Silk Base, the Wanderer Barbershop. It is. It's a delicious scent. It's very much a gourmand barbershop scent. It's powdery, it's got a little lemony. I think Jack over at the Virtual Groom Room described it like a lemon shortcake sort of thing. It's really, really nice and it's just a beautiful scent for me. The silk base itself is exceptional and all the labelling, everything that goes with it, including Heather who makes it. It's just it all works very, very well. The brush is this, soaking in heat. I'm soaking this in warm water, not roasting hot water, not cold water, warm water. This is, I'm not sure on the size of this knot, but it is a rhodium knot. Just squeeze out most of the excess. It's not a knot that Sir Jan over at Rhodium is looking to actually mass produce or release. However, the use that I had yesterday with it is that it's a fantastic knot. In fact, without actually doing a comparison so far, I am going to do a side-by-side shave or lather with this against the 2-band Silvertip, just to see which one I prefer. But this one is a 3-band Silvertip. The tips on it are super soft, but this has got loads of scrub. It doesn't look or feel like it's going to have a lot of backbone, but it seems to have loads for what I want. I'm just going to wet my head. Don't know why. Pour out the water that I've been soaking the soap with, which I just did just as I started the video. Oh, that scent. It's a scent that really fills the bathroom as well. It's a good 5 or 6 in scent strength out of 10. Really, really nice. And here we go with the Rhodium 3-band Silvertip. Now this is set inside a ceramic handle made by, let me get this the right way up, there we go, G-Point Ceramics. I think it's G-Point Home Decor or something now on Instagram. There's two. That's the one that's Sir Jan's sister, that's who made this brush handle. I think she's just had a little baby as well. So Sir Jan, I think he said it was he's now a second uncle. So congratulations to yourself, Sir Jan, and to your sister as well. I can't remember her name. I did check it yesterday when I was on Instagram, but I can't remember. So here we go. Let's load this bad boy up. Oh, what a scent. The scent is just... Do you know what you've done, Jack? You've caused me to stop trying to use my words now. I've only got 2 words in the vocabulary. Phenomenal and fantastic. Brilliant. Smells brilliant. Smells delicious. So I don't think you need a massive load on this soap. I have absolutely no idea how much I've loaded so far, but this is going to be for the head shave, so I'm not too worried about it. There we go, the brush is loaded. Now, I lost a couple of hairs yesterday from the lather process. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's because the brush had been left to dry for so long in between the guy that first used this brush, who Sir Jan sent it to, and myself. So let's just see how it goes today. Very dense knot. It's got great loft on it. Yeah, it's got heaps of backbone. I'm really surprised with the backbone from it. Now I am going to be using a DE razor to do my first pass today. No hairs lost, that's good, that's a good sign. DE razor for my first pass, and then I'm going to finish off with the leaf razor. Mainly because, in all honesty, I had quite a rough head shave last time I used a DE razor on my head, and it was the carve, which is surprising. I normally have brilliant shaves. And then as a result, I ended up going into that phase with spots on my head and things. I don't know whether it was the carve, overshaving, the blades, the sunscreen. I don't really know exactly what to put it down to. But it wasn't a pleasant experience, that's for sure. It's been a long time since my skin's broken out so badly. I've still got 2 spots in the back of my head that are still causing me a bit of issue. I think they might be ingrown hairs. But I'm just sick and tired of having loads of hair on my head, believe it or not. Loads of hair in your head that makes you look ancient. There's a difference between having a lovely head of hair and being able to style it and shit, but just being an old looking codger is just not enjoyable. You can see the splay on the brush, it's massive. Now, it's definitely got more splay than the 2-band Silvertip that I've got in that tan rod brush. I'm beginning to wonder whether I've got enough soap in here. Let's just add a bit more water. I really don't know whether I've got enough in here. I'm getting lather everywhere. I don't know why I'm lathering my shirt. Yep, still no hairs lost, brilliant. I think I just had it just took a little bit yesterday with the travel and everything just to get her up and going again. I'm going to go back to the soap, you know. I'm surprised yet. I think it's not so big. I just haven't loaded enough soap into it. Or maybe I've overhydrated it too quick. I've never had a problem with Zingari, man, to be fair. It always seems to work, no matter what. I could shave with what I had there, no problem. That's better. It just needed just an extra few seconds. I should just have loaded like a normal load. Who gives a shit? It's your fault, Jack. Blaming you, mate. You and your video hurting my feelings. Right, that's not a voluminous lather by any means, but I know it's going to be slick. I know it smells fantastic. And I know that lather looks great. Oh, there's the first here. See it? One here. Happy with that. There's plenty of moisture in this lather, which is what I'm really looking for. Right, I'm just going to rinse the soap out. I'll just leave it soap side up because I'm going to clean this brush out and then reload again for my face shave. The razor for today is this. Now this is I believe it's one of Wolfman's first razors because there's no branding on it, or it is one of Wolfman's first razors pre-branding. It is aluminium. It has got the WR1 head on it, which is the same head that I used that Sir Jan sent to me before. Now this is Sir Jan's razor from Rhodium Knots again. I love the handle, it's very, very light. I will say that the fit and finish of the carved aluminium is better, but this is still very, very nice. It's quite robust looking, and I can only imagine that since this was made, that Wolfman razor's quality has gone up. I can only imagine. The blade that's in it is a Wizamet, which is sort of weird because I just watched Jack use one this morning. I've never used one before until yesterday. Super Iridium, extra stainless, Wizamet blade. These were originally made in Poland, I believe. They were bought out by Procter & Gamble or Gillette. They are now made in Russia under license of Procter & Gamble or Gillette. And I have to say, I was really impressed with it. Now this is a dual comb head. As you can see on that side there, we have an open comb, and on this side we have a solid bar. This is the lowest blade gap that was available back then. I don't know what it is now, but this is 0.61 blade gap. It weighs nothing, it's so light. And it sounds like you're sawing a piece of wood with a noisy saw. I've never heard so much feedback. I can tell it's chatter. It's not just that this does not hold the blade like that, like the carve does. So it does make a lot of noise, but I quite like it. It sings. And so far so good. I had a face shave with it yesterday and didn't have any issues. Let's just see how we go with the grain pass on the head at 10 minutes in. Jesus. Here we go. Oh, that was the closed comb side, or the solid bar, and let's see how the open comb feels. Okay, surprising, the open comb side feels smoother. So I'm going to stick to that. I've got 3 days growth. This is a stunning lather. It doesn't look like much, but it's really, really slick. Which you guys know is my #1 thing required from a shaving soap, especially on a head shave. These Wizamet blades are absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I don't believe they're made anymore, I'm not sure, but you can still get your hands on them. You can get your hands on them through eBay. think there's someone over in France sells them at the moment. Now don't ask me why. I think it's possibly the aluminium. But this razor shaves so much smoother and more comfortable than the 0.67 stainless steel version that Serjan sent to me to use to try it. And that one had the... Do you know something? I remembered it and now I can't bloody remember it again. What type of handle was it that was on it? It had a very decorative handle on it anyway. I can't remember quite what it was called, but I really like this, I really do. Let me just try the closed comb side of the solid bar. I don't know, I agree, I think someone mentioned this, why do they call it a closed comb? Because it's never been opened. Well, as it is technically a solid bar. Right. But these blades, I'm really happy with these blades. These are fantastic. They come in boxes of 10 or packs of 10. You can buy, I think at the moment, don't quote me on it, but I think it's about 75 Australian plus $12 shipping or something for 250 of them shipped directly from France. I heard, because these are Gillette blades, I know the quality control is going to be pretty good. I haven't, in all honesty, other than the Gillette Go that I had a long time ago, I've never had problems with Gillette blades having any dud batches or any dodgy blades that just haven't quite cut the mustard. They've all performed, every single blade out of the packet after packet has performed beautifully well. I don't know how well it's picking up the feedback, but the feedback from this razor it's really sort of pingy and punchy. Now I think that's a sort of first pass with no issues. But I'm not going to mess about, I'm not going to continue to head shave with it because I don't want to chew myself up again and end up in the same position I was before. There's no blood so far and I'm going to stick to that hopefully and switch over to the leaf razor just to finish off. So let's get the brush. I've got to say I'm quite surprised with this knot. I don't know if you can see that, it's almost like it's eating the lather. Let's see how much lather's actually in the knot. I'll give it a good squeeze and get it out. Yeah, there's freaking loads. Let's just paint it on. I only want the slickness really. I'll give it a much heavier load for the face shave. And that way you can see how well the knot handles a lather, how well it makes a lather. Right, set the brush to the side. God, it's so slick, this silk, it's incredibly slick. So the leaf razor, now this is the third use on Persona Lab blue blades, and these have been brilliant as well. The blade choice is massive in this hobby. Really choose your blades wisely, try as many as you can, because ultimately you can have the best brush, the best razor in the world, the best soap and everything, If the blade's just not right for you, the shave will be shit, or it'll be very average at least. There's only a handful of blades that I've used that have been, for me, almost unusable, or some of them have been completely unusable, like the Gillette Gold I spoke about earlier. It was an absolutely atrocious blade. Now, it wasn't just one blade, I tried like 4 out of the packet, and they were all shocking. So sometimes it might just have been that pack, I might have just got a real shit pack, but it made enough of an impact that I was never buying any more. Off to see my psychologist again today. It's been another week gone. I will say one thing. Me and the wife have had a few arguments, a few disagreements. But we're in a better place as of today and probably the last few days. We've been in quite some time. So, albeit the healing process for myself is slow, it's not the best, it's not an enjoyable process. Look, that lather's totally gone. But for this pass, slickness is king, that's what I want, and Jesus, this stuff is slick. Hopefully I can showcase in my face shave really what this soap does lather wise and how the brush does. I've totally under-loaded the brush for my lather technique, and it's a big knot, it's not a tiny little knot, so should be listening to my gut, not listening to Jack, who upset my feelings. I've been up all week crying, sick of it. I think you should just take it down. If you're getting upset for me, don't worry about it. This is called reverse banter. Oh. In Glasgow, I would have called it satire. Or I'm being satirical. That, wow, that's just right there. I tell you, this soap was slick. It's really slick. It's really nice stuff, and the scent just makes you want to use it more and more and more. It's one of those soaps, very much like Fougere Gothique from Barbershop, man, that I pick it up and I'm going to use this today, and then I'm like, shit, I've got another 327 million soaps. I need to use something else. It's hard. Bloody hell. There you go. Jesus, it's so slick. You can't get this stuff off. It really is that slick. But the magic in this soap really, and it's magic from start to finish, from scent, performance and all that sort of stuff in the lather, is the post shave is great. The instant post shave straight afterwards. I know I can walk out of the house now without post shave balms, serums, you name it, and I know I'm going to get a great post shave feel throughout the rest of the day and right through into the next day. It really is top quality soap. That really, I mean, scents are subjective, so if you don't know whether you're going to like the scent or not, I believe they do an unscented version of Zingari Man as well. So definitely, if you can afford it, give them a try. If you've got enough soap to last you 6 months or a year and you don't want to buy any more, that's fine. This stuff will be around for a while, I think. I can't see Herod throwing in the towel anytime soon. But definitely if you're looking for a new soap to push the boundaries and give you something better than what you've got, this is better performing soap than a lot of soaps. It's very, very good stuff. And that's fantastic. So that was Zingari Man Sago shaving soap formula, which I think is their latest soap base, and it is brilliant. It's 5 ounces of soap. It's a lot of soap. I don't know how much it is, 20 odd bucks I would imagine, maybe 30 bucks, I don't know. Wonder of Barbershop. I'm really into Barbershop at the moment. I never used to be, never used to enjoy them at all, but I'm loving Barbershop scents at the moment. They're all different, they're all unique to each company, and I quite like that, but they all have a common theme, and I'm enjoying the theme. That's the great thing about it. The Rhodium, not brilliant. It really is a brilliant knot. It feels great on the head. It's got great scrub. There's no scratch. It's got very soft tips. You can see there. I've dried this out quite a bit and shook it out. I've not completely dried it because I'm going to use it again. The handle from Surjan's sister they're really nice. I didn't think I would be a fan of it. I tell you why I love this. She's managed to make a handle which for me looks almost like natural horn, but it's made out of ceramic and glaze. There is a glaze on here. I can't really quite pick it up, see if I can get it from this side. No, it's like a copper glaze on the bottom, brass coppery glaze, and it just shines and sparkles. It's beautiful. It's like a mirror really, and it's a really nice brush. It's lovely to hold. There's a good weight to it, and I think in all honesty I could probably have something like that in my den and really enjoy it, because it's biodegradable, eco-friendly sort of thing as well. You know, you've got natural hair and you've got ceramic, which is essentially just mud, clay and dirt and shit, you know, so it's a really great combo, a brother-sister combo that works very well. Whether or not Surjan brings these knots into production, we are yet to be seen whether he can master gluing the knots, because the hairs are so fine. These are way finer than the 2-band Silvertip that I have, so it's harder to get so much glue in between each fibre to hold it together. So he is expecting these to shed quite a bit. It shed a few hairs yesterday for me. Today I lost one. So it just shows you. So let's just see how we go. And I'm the master of shedding, or creating shedding knots. For the first pass, it was the Wolfman pre-branding. So I don't know how old this is. This must be quite a few years old, and it's aluminium. It's light as you like. There's no weight in it. It's very industrial looking. It's not as highly finished as the previous one that you sent me, the mirror finish, mirror polished stainless steel one. But this is stunning, and it's really nice to shave with. Even on the head there, that was super smooth, very enjoyable, and did a fantastic job. So I'm really happy with it, but still not as smooth as that. And this thing just gives me impeccable BBS shaves every time. I had very little blood depending on the blade I pick with weepers and things, but this is just, there's nothing there. I just love it. I think it's great. Anyways, I'm going to shoot over to the face shave. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys over there. See you later. Cheers.